Hey there, brilliant people. So today I want to talk to you about a slightly uncomfortable topic for some people, which is what happens when your intuition is wrong? Like, what do we do when our intuition is wrong? Well, first thing we have to do is acknowledge it. And not just acknowledge that it's wrong, but acknowledge that it's okay that it's wrong. I mean, intuition is this amazing ability, it's this amazing innate resource, but we're still human, unfortunately. We still get it wrong at times. And the more that we're able to be okay with it, that we do get it wrong sometimes, because intuition, it is a skill like any other. So we're learning. So that's okay. So once we've acknowledged that it's okay, we got it wrong, well, it is what it is and it's okay. We'll do better next time. What do we do next? Well, of course, you might want to check in with yourself, think about, well, why did I get that intuition? Like, or why did I think that that was my intuition? Because, of course, sometimes we think our intuition got it wrong, but actually it was our misinterpretation of our intuition. Sometimes some people get an intuition that they need to go and do something, and then they realize that whatever it wasn't for them at all. It was actually, the intuition was right, but they misinterpreted it. So um, you know this can be as simple as they get an intuition that they need to call somebody, and so they call that person, and they think it's for some important reason, and then it turns out that, well, actually, the person picks up and they start talking, and it's like there's nothing going on, it's all good, there was no reason for them to call. But then they get a knock at the door, and somebody comes into the house of the person that they were calling, and actually it was about connecting to that other person. So sometimes we get it wrong, but but it's actually about timing, or it's about our interpretation. So see, one of the reasons why sometimes we think it's wrong but actually it was right is because we expected that intuition to work out a particular way, and it actually worked out a different way. So sometimes you need to check it for that. The other thing you need to check it for is, was it really your intuition, or was it actually your imagination? One of the ways to think about that is, first of all, sometimes when we really want something to happen, when we really want it to be true, it's almost like we get so attached to it, we convince ourselves that that is our intuition telling us it's going to happen. And then, of course, it doesn't. So it's actually learning to make that distinction between our imagination and our intuition, which this is an opportunity to learn to do. When your intuition is wrong, it really is an opportunity to learn, well, okay, so if that wasn't my intuition, if it was actually my imagination talking to me, well, what did that feel like? Why, what was going on that that was my imagination talking to me, so that you can learn to actually tell the difference between how your imagination feels and how your intuition feels. And I will do a video later about how intuition feels, so watch out for that. But the more that you can learn how your intuition talks to you, the more you're going to be able to make that distinction. And so you're not going to make that mistake again. And of course, one of the other reasons why sometimes our intuition doesn't work out is because perhaps we've changed our mind. Like, our intuition is often about helping us navigate our path through life. But what if something happens? Like, what if actually you've changed your mind? Like, So your intuition was talking to you about finding a house that you wanted to buy or finding a new job. But then actually you thought about it, and even though your intuition is telling you to go here and go there, you've already moved on from that. So that's another time where it's kind of like, because there's almost like this mismatch going on inside us. So that can be tricky. So one of the other things you want to do, if your intuition is wrong, is ask yourself, well, is that something I still really want? But all of this comes down to the fact that this, as it is with anything when we get it wrong, it's a learning opportunity. One of the most important things is to learn the difference between your imagination and your intuition, and also how to perhaps better interpret what your intuition is saying to you. And so there's a couple of other videos that could help you with that. I'll put the links down below. So those videos are on the different chakras that are connected to your intuition, and also what your intuitive language is. So I'll put those links down below. When your intuition is wrong like that, just take a moment, acknowledge it, make sure that you're really clear on what you want, because remember, intuition is all about focus and intention, and reset your intention. And when you do that, well, you'll do better next time. And so keep doing better, and then no doubt your brilliance will start to shine through eventually. So until next time, remember to be brilliant.